This community-based conservation project is located in a region called Puerto Nariño, on the Amazon River near Colombia's border with Peru and Brazil. Being so remote and with little outside influence, natural resource laws are not well understood or enforced. Some communities show reservations towards foreign researchers due to past projects that failed to deliver. For these reasons, it was crucial that local communities play a central role in this project. The indigenous Ticuna people have hunted Amazonian manatees commercially for thousands of years. Hunting still occurs at a subsistence level and has cultural importance to some communities. Manatees are additionally threatened by accidental capture in fishing nets and wells. During summer months, the river level can drop by 12 metres and manatees become concentrated in shallow backwaters. This is exacerbated by severe droughts and can intensify other threats. Manatee conservation in Puerto Nariño requires social and ecological change, so it was crucial that resilience of this system be maintained. While the main aim was conservation, social and ecological research was a necessary first step. Throughout the project, research and conservation activities informed and were influenced by each other. 4 key components were crucial to the project's success and will now be explored. Researchers spent several years monitoring manatee populations using various methods. When information was collected from local people, it was sometimes necessary to confirm it using several sources by the process of triangulation, a common method in ethnographic studies. Crucial to the monitoring process was incorporating Indigenous knowledge alongside conventional scientific data. Indigenous knowledge can be a useful tool for ecological management and provided researchers with information they would not have otherwise had. Indigenous knowledge also helped researchers understand why hunting has occurred for so long. According to Ticuna knowledge, manatees were created from worms whose cocoons drop from a species of tree overhanging the water. Until recently, this tree was very common in the region, so the Ticuna people assumed an endless supply of manatees. Part of every step of the project was community participation, which is a key principle for providing resilience to change. Participation began with workshops and interviews to share social and ecological knowledge and establish a relationship between researchers and locals. Former manatee hunters were employed in monitoring as co-investigators on a part-time basis to prevent total reliance on this income source. As decided by the community, each investigator team included an expert who was an older former hunter and a younger apprentice. Thus, the traditional generational passing of hunting knowledge evolved into the passing on of a different kind of knowledge. Throughout the project, co-investigators gradually assumed more responsibility for data analysis and conservation decisions. The 4th key component was education in schools and communities. Teaching became another alternative livelihood for the Ticuna. Education proved to be an important step in changing the Ticuna people's perception of manatees. After learning that they have just one calf every 3 years, hunters realised that manatees are not an inexhaustible resource. They incorporated this new understanding into their traditional knowledge by recognising that the species of tree from which the cocoons drop has rarely been seen in recent years. Several social and ecological changes have occurred in Puerto Nariño. The Ticuna people have gained and shared knowledge, and alternative livelihoods have been established. Manatee hunting has decreased dramatically, and despite its slow reproductive cycle, manatee sightings have risen. Puerto Nariño is now beginning to develop an ecotourism industry. This will provide more alternative livelihoods to the Ticuna people and further incentives to achieve conservation aims. Many NGOs begin and end their conservation projects with education, assuming that this will automatically result in conscious behavioural change. In reality, barriers to change include social context and practicality, such as the cultural importance of hunting and the ability for former hunters to continue a desirable and self-sustaining lifestyle without hunting. This project partially addressed barriers to change, but could have gone further by providing more reliable alternative livelihoods with ongoing income sources. Otherwise, the potential exists for a reversal of social and ecological progress, a pattern that has been seen in other situations following NGO departure. It remains to be seen whether this project will enable long-term realisation of conservation goals while maintaining resilience of the social ecological system.